Okay.
There's a snake in my boot.
So we're back
Yes, we are.
yet again. We're coming. We're coming to a season's end. We're in week 9.
It's flown by.
We're officially in a playoff week.
Yep, 35 and up, right?
And 4-man.
And 4-man. Wow.
So we have officially one more week of regular games for 5 men's and 5 women's, because next week will be playoffs for co-ed, and then the following week will be the ultimate shebang with all of 5 men's and all of 5 women's, all-star, and all the festivities.
The good stuff.
Yep. So you know how we start the show? How was your flag week, bro?
Boring, man. I still can't play. But it's
Injured reserve.
Yeah, it was fun to watch though. There were some good games on Sunday. Tuesdays went well. It's fun to be out there at CA's league as well.
Okay.
How was your flag week? How did you play?
I think I did pretty well. I think I had a very solid Sunday. We went 2-2. Probably honestly should have went 4-0, but you know the scores are scores.
Y'all were in position.
Yeah, the scores are the scores, so you can't dispute that. And then Tuesday, CA League, we went undefeated on the night, so can't complain about that. So very solid week.
For sure.
8 games, 6 wins, so I can't really complain about that.
Yep, exactly. So yep, we good.
So yeah,
Good.
so congratulations to you for catching up.
I'm back, baby. We tied
We're back.
week 9, and we are back at a tie on our picks.
We've never been at a tie over totality. Weeks we've had ties,
Oh.
but overall,
Oh, we are tied up in totality.
yes, in totality.
That is a good fact. Wow.
With 2 weeks left. Are we counting the playoff games as towards our games?
Oh, I feel like those picks, like, they weigh more.
Okay.
Like, they won't, but, like, I feel like in a sense, like, of course, like, for us to take the lead on each other in the end, like, it's going to come down to those playoff picks, and
Okay.
you know what I mean? And the only way you would be able to, maybe if we call championships, it adds more points, because, you know, you don't know the games after the, you know, said bracket.
So I mean,
We'll have a bracket challenge. We'll come out with we'll have, you know, we didn't have the idea for it for 35 and up and 4-man, but for women,
we're announcing it right now.
Yeah, we're announcing. Yep, here you go. Breaking
Watch the
news.
episode. Breaking news. We have a bracket challenge.
Terms and conditions are to be announced.
Yeah. When I post it, I'll post it.
Yep. But we're gonna do something.
But as far
for
as the
bracket
show
challenge.
goes, we'll say the bracket is worth double points. So we'll say the bracket is worth double points.
Yep.
So cool.
And then we'll have like incentives for like guessing the championship game, and you know, if you pick the 2 teams in the championship, I mean, you might be able to save your bracket by
some of the brackets being as small as they are, you better get it right.
You bet. What? So
better get it
right, but then yeah, you know, we'll build on it. We'll sit here and ramble forever when we start talking about it. Now we'll figure it out.
9 o'clock on the dot.
We get to write. We didn't even write the schedule.
We have started today smoothly. You got a little bit of 4-man, a little bit of 35 and up, co-ed, and also we have a newcomer. Not really a newcomer, but we have a new team coming to Supreme.
Bang Squad.
Bang Squad officially making their debut. I think it was TWG last week, Bang Squad this week. So yeah. So I guess we can go to the brackets of 35 and up and 4-man later. We'll just do the regular games first. Okay. And then we'll just go to the brackets because the brackets would be a whole lot easier because you have to kind of like break it down later. So 5 co-ed because it's only it's only 5 co-ed.
Yeah, I'm writing Mayhem versus Nas is only 2 games, but you know, we'll just keep it.
So women's Mayhem versus Nas.
I got Mayhem both games.
I got Nas in one of them.
Which one do you have them in?
Damn, I play in at both time slots.
You do.
I plan on playing in both time slots because 1 o'clock would be a championship game that I would pray to be in. But at worst, I would definitely say 1 o'clock would be the winning game for us, for Nas.
So the second game you're picking Nas. First game we both got Mayhem.
Yeah. So
the warm up game.
Yeah.
So okay, and then we'll go to 5 co-ed.
5 co-ed. Game day versus 5-0 first. Give me game day.
Agreed.
Game day versus TTG.
TTG beat them last time.
I don't think they did.
So I know I got one of my game day. They lost to Vintage. That's who it was. So game day beat. I'm gonna go with game day again.
Yeah,
but
so game day.
TTG, if I am not mistaken, did play them a lot better than I thought they were.
So I'm gonna go game day also.
What's the next one? I'll just write it down.
Mayhem versus Game Day Power.
You know where I'm going there. Give me Mayhem.
Mayhem, which honestly is gonna serve as a very interesting game during that same time slot once we get to the brackets.
True.
So and then FTA versus Gassed Up. Give me FTA. Give me FTA. Yeah, the way Theo has that team rolling, I like the way that's
the time that they play is important. When is this game? Oh, it's just a little later in the day. It's at 11. Yeah. I think. Man,
give me FTA though.
What's 4-man playoffs looking like at this time? They're in bracket at this point, right?
Yeah, but I don't think neither of the teams have people that play in 4-man in any of those time slots.
Yeah, you're right. So, yeah, you're right.
Give me FTA.
I'm gonna go Gassed Up here.
Okay. Gassed Up versus TTG. Give me Gassed Up. Yeah, give me Gassed Up in
Agreed.
that matchup. And then the last game of the day, filled for
FTA
versus Mayhem. Give me Mayhem.
Agreed. Like we said on the last episode, though, I do like how Theo's got FTA moving, though.
Yeah.
For sure.
So then we go to 5-man.
We're going to go to 5-man? Oh, yeah, because 4-man will just go to a whole nother.
4-man, and then 35 and up is its own brackets.
Okay, so we
5-man,
good games,
Bane Squad versus Straw Hats. Give me Straw Hats.
I was thinking the same thing.
Give me Straw Hats.
It's because of the first game coming out?
Out the gate, yeah. Give me Straw Hats out the gate.
That's my reason, too, is just, a little rust. And then you see Bang Squad has 5-0 first the next game.
Actually, you know what? Give me Bang Squad. Because Straw Hats is known to, kind of show up real, scraggly early in the morning. So give me Bang Squad. Give me Bang Squad. I'm going to take Bang Squad.
I think Straw Hats, I don't know their record right now. Needing to look at that. But pretty sure they're in, as far as their standard goes, they're in a bend don't break situation where they need
I do think they're in the middle of the pack.
Yeah, they need to close out their season.
I'm gonna take because they have.
That's a good point.
Straw Hats has 2 games. I don't know if that's the last 2 games of their season.
It is. I believe they are a 6 and.
What was it 6-2?
I think they're 6-2 right now. Or they're 5-3. I think they're 5-3.
I'm taking Bang Squad.
Yeah. I'm hesitantly taking Straw Hats because you do make very good points, and Bang Squad can definitely put it on Straw Hats if.
Yeah, give me Bang Squad.
And then a Bang over 5-0 first, I assume.
Yes, sir.
Unk and Blazers. Who you got there? That's gonna be a really good game.
Give me. I think give me Unk and Dirty because I think Blazers would be more worried about competing for 4-man championship because I know they don't start till later in the day for that.
Yeah, I agree.
Because later in the day they play shot a game. So I think their focus would be more on that, truthfully speaking, in my honest opinion. So give me Unk and Dirty.
Oh, man, Blazers has a day.
So we got I didn't even see that. Sheesh.
Yeah, we got Bang and Blaze.
Give me Blazers in the Bang Squad game. Because I take that as a warm-up game for them to get ready for 4-man.
This is going to be a good game. It's hard to – we don't know what version of Bang Squad we're going to see. I have, of course, who I think – is going to be playing for them in my head, but
Blazers.
You went Bang Squad first game, right?
Yeah. Okay. So far I have Bang Squad undefeated until they play Blazers. So give me Blazers in that game. Unk and Dirty and Straw Hats, give me Unk and Dirty.
1 second, I'm still okay. You went Bang. Yeah, give me Blazers.
I'm taking Blazers against Bang Squad at 10-20.
Oh, you are? Okay.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Blazers over Bang, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And then what's the next one?
Unk and Dirty over Straw Hats for me.
I agree with Straw Hats. That's a tough last 2 games for you right there.
And then you have 5-0 first versus Juiced. Give me Juiced.
Versus Juice. 5-0 first versus Juice, man. Yeah, give me Juice.
And you have 𝙃𝑃𝙍𝙄 over Bang Squad, or 𝙃𝑃𝙍𝙄 and Bang Squad. I have 𝙃𝑃𝙍𝙄 winning that game over Bang Squad.
Man, that's a good. This is a good week for 5-man.
It is. Next week's going to be even greater.
Yeah.
Because it's still something you got to think. Bang Squad still has to play the rest of the game.
Family still has some games, don't they? They got 3 left, right?
Family still has to play games. TWG has to come back and play games. It's
Man,
some good teams.
Next week is going to be good.
For 5-man,
let me get. Shoot. Yeah, I'll go 𝙃𝑃𝙍𝙄.
Okay. 𝙃𝑃𝙍𝙄 versus Juice. Give me 𝙃𝑃𝙍𝙄.
Yep.
Bang Squad versus On-Site. Give me Bang Squad.
On-Site had an upset last week, though.
That was last week.
Yeah, I know. About just to give them some credit, because we did not pick them in that game, and it was against Show Me, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah.
That was so. We have 𝙃 and Juice, right? And that's
I took 𝙃.
Yeah, we're taking 𝙃, and then sorry, I started thinking too much, and then Bang and Sight.
Give me Bang Squad.
Yep.
I think they end their day well. You know, I have them going 3-2 on the day. So, and then 𝙃𝑃𝙍𝙄 versus 501st. Give me 𝙃𝑃𝙍𝙄. And then 𝙃𝑃𝙍𝙄 versus On-Site. Give me 𝙃𝑃𝙍𝙄 also.
Yeah, we got 𝙃 having a day, going undefeated.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yep.
That was quick. Oh, now we go to 35 and up in 4-man.
So,
Let's see.
we officially have the playoffs now.
Bro, I'm about to say, let me see what I want to see. So we'll start with 4-man B. Oh, that's not 4-man B. What is going on? Oh, there we go. There it go.
All right, 4-man B. In the one spot, we have 𝙃𝘼𝙍 versus Don't Blink. I think taking 𝙃𝘼𝙍 pretty straightforward in that.
Yep.
Okay.
So let me write this down. We in 4-man
B.
B.
So 𝙃𝘼𝙍 over Don't Blink. Then we have in the 2 spot, Outlaws versus Nuketown.
That's going to be a good game.
So we kind of have to go back to the schedule for this because we
Just,
don't.
bottom week 9.
So at that time slot that you would have, where is this at? Outlaws versus Nuketown. So it would be no 35 and up games.
So they're solid then.
So
everyone will be
I'm
in
going to take
attendance.
Nuketown still, but I think that's a closer game than maybe what we think it might have been.
This is a tough pick, man.
But I'm going to take Nuketown. Because they're going to be fresh. I mean, Outlaws would have played. I mean, some of Outlaws would have played already. But I'm still going to take Nuketown.
Yeah, this one's tough. This one is tough, man. Who's quarterbacking for Outlaws?
It's a combination of Tone and J.O.
Yeah, I'm going to go Nuketown as well.
Okay. Then you have Flashbang versus Cerebus. Give me Cerebus in that. Flashbang didn't show up last week, so I can't really trust a team that doesn't show up too much. But I'm gonna get an upset to Cerebus by standards. I mean by standing standards. So
Yeah, I agree.
and then like I mentioned before, B3 versus Make It Happen. So last week we seen Chris come out.
It completely changes the dynamic.
It does. So we seen Chris come out, and Chris played with Make It Happen. So the issue that we have, like we were mentioning, is at that 10-20 time slot, Mayhem co-ed team plays Game Day Powered. So with that being said, obviously Mayhem is chasing an undefeated season. So I would highly doubt he misses the co-ed game to play in 4-man.
Ooh, that's a very good point.
So I'm going to take B3. However, there is a possibility, and this is my hesitation.
They get up enough in co-ed on game day, and Chris goes
over to help make it happen. But I'm still going to take B3. But I would not be shocked if
this is one of those pick. Like, yeah, we're setting ourselves up here.
Yeah.
Because the smart pick is to go B3, knowing that Chris isn't going to choose Make It Happen over Mayhem, of course.
Right.
But I'm not also going to pick Make It Happen in hopes that Chris just won't even want to go over it and he'll just say screw it and just not want to go. You know what I'm saying?
Or it could be a reverse situation where he gets up and Make It Happen's game, and because he knows the Mayhem game, he can come back faster with girl scores.
Yeah, I mean, because I do believe without Chris, Make It Happen or Mayhem can still beat Game Day.
They possibly could. I don't know who their quarterback would be.
I don't think it would really matter, to be honest with you.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I think they throw a little Activate in there, and there's they got guys.
Yeah, that's very true.
So I think all of those things taken into consideration though, but still I'm
gonna take B3 though. Because I know his dedication to the girls, I'm gonna take B3.
Because I
know he doesn't like letting the girls down. So I'm gonna take that the B3 over Make It Happen.
Yeah, I mean I'm gonna go B3 as well, but I'm not happy with it.
Okay.
Because of all the variables that are into play, I'm not confident about it.
Okay, so that would
without Chris, if Chris is not playing for Make It Happen, I'm cool. I pick B3, but
right.
I'm gonna be pissed if my bracket gets blown up by something like some big brain connection that we make.
So now you have Chaos versus B3.
Hypothetical, right?
Yeah. I like Chaos in that matchup. And then we would have Nuketown versus Cerebus.
Give me Nuketown.
And you have a matchup of Chaos versus Nuketown. I don't think they played at all this season. So we don't have really anything to stand on and say, hey, these two teams have played. This is a rematch. But I take the athleticism of Nuketown over Chaos.
Yeah, I agree there. Noah would have to have the game of his life, I think, to be able to take it over himself with what he does at quarterback, because we know Noah.
I think he has enough.
That's what I'm saying. Well, we know Noah can
control a game.
Yes, he can. But he has to play
above
he can't play average. You know what I mean? And so
we have a 7 seed winning the championship by standings record. Nuketown is our 4B champion in our book.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That's what it's looking like here.
All right, and then we will go to 35 and up B.
Why don't we just stay on 4-man?
We can.
Yeah, let's just stay on 4-man, and then we'll do all 35 and up together.
So we have 4-man A, right?
Yep.
So 4-man A, 9 o'clock matchups. You have Karma versus ATA. Give me ATA in that matchup.
Agreed.
And then you have 𝙃𝙃𝙀𝙀 versus Show Me. Obviously, I'm going to take 𝙃𝙃𝙀𝙀 not only because I play for them, but also because we just beat them.
Yeah, I'm taking y'all there as well.
So that's why I'm taking that. Then you have a matchup of Bad Blood versus ATA.
Give me Bad Blood.
Bad Blood. In the 2 spot, we have Mafia versus 𝙃𝙃𝙀𝙀. I'm going to take us. Obviously, I'm like us. I think we played Mafia in 4-man and we lost maybe a couple of weeks ago, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe it was 5-man. Really don't remember, honestly. But I know we've played them.
Mm-hmm. I'm going Mafia here.
Okay. I can respect it.
Yeah, I can. I'd feel dumb with the run that they're going on.
Okay. Then at the bottom, you have Nightmares versus Straw Hats. I think that's a sneaky good game.
That is a sneaky good game.
We also have Straw Hats playing 5-man that day. So at that point, you have Straw Hats playing Nightmares at 11:40. Straw Hats would have played 𝙃𝙃𝙀𝙀 by that time, and then also Bang Squad.
Man,
so they played Bang Squad.
Who knows where their head's going to be at after those 2 games?
So they play Bang Squad 5s. They get a break. Then they play 𝙃𝙃𝙀𝙀. They get a break. And then they start 4-man. So by that time, they'll be warmed up. Playing Nightmares.
Man, that's tough.
Taylor would have played already because obviously he plays 35 and up. I know Martin's on the team. Theo's on the team. Theo would have already played because he would have played at 11 with FTA. I'm gonna take Nightmares.
I was about to say, I think I'm gonna go Nightmares
I'm gonna go
here.
Nightmares in the matchup. I think that's a closer game than maybe.
I think with the tough 2 games, I do have Straw Hats winning the first game against Bang Squad, but like I said, I mean, Bang Squad's more than capable. You know, we know how good of a team they are. So I mean, Straw Hats could be 0-2 going into the playoffs. You know,
Right.
And they can be emotional, and so if they lose those 2 games, it depends on the manner in which they lose them in.
Right.
But they could definitely be mentally clocked out by the time they get to 4-man.
Yeah, or they could be juiced up.
Or it's you know I have them going 1-1 and they'd be coming off a loss to so coming off a loss. We'll have to see if they can get their heads right. Now, would I be surprised if Straw Hats beats Nightmares? Not one bit, but looking at the schedule, like Nightmares is fresh at this point, right? They're not playing until this point.
The majority of them, because like I said, Theo would have played FTA.
A couple of them.
Okay. Taylor would have already started his run at 35 and up. Yeah, so he's already
So
there.
both teams are warm. There's nothing there, but like as far as emotions go, I think Nightmares will be more.
Probably the best matchup in the first round, 𝙃𝙃𝙀𝙍 versus Blazers. I'm gonna take Blazers because we just recently Skirt Gone. We just played them, and they have a very diverse team. So you have the Brown brothers, you have Daniel, you have DB, and you have Brandon, Connor, Mook, Dave,
Emmett, Mari. I think they played 4-man with them, right?
Yes. So I'm gonna take Blazers in that matchup.
This is a really good game here. Man, I'm gonna go 𝙃𝙃𝙀𝙀.
Okay. Not mad at that.
Man, I'm not confident. Like I said, these picks are tough, man. I'm not feeling very confident in a lot of them.
Okay.
As far as like, you know what I'm saying? There's that voice in the back of my head, like. Okay. That's what happens when you get to bracket play, though. Like
then the
games are good, so.
So then you'll have Bad Blood versus either 𝙃𝙃𝙀𝙀 or Blazers. I know Bad Bloods played both of them and they won both matchups. I think the team Bad Blood played, the Blazers team that they played wasn't at full strength though. So Bad Blood got that over them. So I think a full strength Blazers team. I really think a full strength Blazers team beats them. I know we've been picking. I know I've been picking against Bad Blood. I don't want to say all season, but like in some of their tougher matchups, I've been thinking, you know, some of the teams that we're used to seeing on a consistent basis that they have the power to beat them. And they prove me wrong every time. But I mean, why stop now? So I think if I pick Blazers to beat 𝙃𝙃𝙀𝙀. Blazers plays Bad Blood. That's a rematch of a game maybe I think like 2-3 weeks ago. I think Blazers wins with the full strength team. And in that matchup, you have 𝙃𝙃𝙀𝙀 versus Bad Blood.
I hate this. I hate this, bro. This is tough. I'm gonna keep rocking with Bad Blood, man.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep rocking with Bad Blood. This is a 51-49 here. You know what I mean? Because it's 𝙃𝙃𝙀𝙀 they lost a game or two that were pretty surprising recently, if I'm not mistaken. Or that's how they lost. They lost bad to 4 Florida. That's what it was. I thought that was.
I think that was a 5-man game though.
Either way, though, I still don't. Right. 𝙃𝙃𝙀𝙀 getting blown out is not
something that you're used to.
Those don't go together.
Right.
And I haven't seen them since. I haven't seen them play any flag since then. I didn't even get to see that.
That is something I will say. I talked to Shad maybe like 2 weeks ago, and I was like, I'm shocked to see y'all as much as I'm seeing y'all. And he said what happened last year going into, ironically, 4-man, he said was they was coming out and they was playing like 5 games a week, 4 games a week. And then they ended up getting to the end of the season where they didn't play for like 2-3 weeks straight. And then they tried to come out and play. And then you get against these tougher teams and you can't like spark it up as quick as you thought you could.
Exactly.
So they've been consistent through the whole season of coming every week.
Yep.
So that could help them.
Yeah, regardless on who the matchup is, I'm gonna have Bad Blood winning.
Okay. I'm gonna take Blazers, like I said.
You're gonna take Blazers, okay.
Yeah.
If 𝙃𝙃𝙀𝙀 were to go, who do you got there?
I think if 𝙃𝙃𝙀𝙀 gets there, I give it to Bad Blood because of the size difference.
Okay.
Because Bad Blood has some bigger bodies. And then when you look at Blazers,
just so crisp.
Blazers has
They got
the
size.
same bigger bodies, but I think they have a little bit more shiftiness to them.
I think G is gonna give Conor an issue at
So
rushing.
I think he can, but I think
So
also at the same
Mook and
time
Liam are gonna have to.
I think at the
JB.
same time you have Daniel. Daniel's shifty like that. You bring him in.
Yeah, man. I mean that. Yeah,
They have options.
you're right, 100% here. And so then.
And then they have size.
So what? Then we would have a Mafia versus.
Well, you have
Nightmares.
Mafia. I have myself.
Yes. Okay. So we'll do.
So I'm taking Skirt going to the championship to win. But if things
Mafia,
didn't work
Skirt,
out to that,
and then Nightmares.
and there was a Mafia, obviously I'm taking this no matter what it can show me. But in the chance that we lose the Mafia, Mafia versus Nightmares, I'm gonna take Nightmares in that matchup.
You're gonna take Nightmares over Mafia?
Yeah, if they were to play. Because that's the matchup you essentially have, right? Is Mafia versus Nightmares.
Yeah, because I have Mafia beating you guys.
Yeah.
I was just thinking on if you guys were to beat Mafia, who I would pick. Because that's a thing. Oh, it's just Taylor's. These teams are so different in 4-man.
Way different.
They're so different in 4-man. Because I think Nightmares, I'm thinking Jones, and you know what I'm saying.
And that's not them.
And that's not 4-man. So, man. Give me Mafia.
Okay.
Oh man,
I will say
I'm
this.
Sick to my
I will
stomach.
say at least for Skirt going, because I know our roster. Our 9 o'clock game is probably our hardest game because we don't have some of the individuals that we have because they're going to be playing 35 and up.
That makes sense.
But once we get past that 9 o'clock block, everything else aligns for us to have a full strength team.
And then I put here though that of course
Yeah.
Skirt if you guys win.
But I
just
think
so we can keep track
but I think in a matchup of Mafia and Nightmares, I'm going to take Nightmares.
So then we have championship being.
I say Blazers versus Nightmares, and they played before that one season.
Okay, so I have. Here, I'm gonna put. And then you have who? Y'all versus.
So if in the event, obviously I'm gonna pick Skirt going to get there to win the championship against whoever's on the other side.
But how you're deducting it, it would be y'all versus Blazers, right?
Yes.
Okay. Obviously with y'all.
Of course. Yes, sir.
And then
But taking us out of it.
But taking
us out of it.
bias out of it.
Taking the bias out of it. I would have a Nightmares Blazers final. With Blazers winning because they played. I want to say maybe it was obviously it wasn't the first season of 4-man because the first season of 4-man was at the soccer park.
Yeah.
But the first season of 4-man out at Supreme Fields, Blazers played Nightmares in the championship game and Blazers won.
Okay.
So I would have Blazers winning that matchup once again.
Okay, so Bad Blood Mafia championship, I would be going Bad Blood.
Yeah, I would take Bad Blood also. Yeah. I think whoever's on that side of the bracket, like bias aside, I would take to win the championship over anybody on the other side.
And then you have you guys over Blazers.
Yeah.
I have Blazers. That'd be tragic. I don't want you losing a championship, but you got Skirt. And then your actual non-biased pick was Blazers versus Nightmares, which you have.
Blazers. I say a
I would have
score.
Blazers as well.
I would say a score of. I would say probably like a score of maybe like 30 to like 24. Can see that.
30 to 24. I was actually going to say like a 27 to 21 type deal.
Okay. I think, and I mean, obviously, bias. We get to the championship.
That's a one-possession game. I think you guys would win. You would win that on either getting a game-winning stop. If you were to win, like that's how it's going down.
Yeah. I think any championship scenario is a one-score game, truthfully.
I think Bad Blood can take off on anybody, obviously. And then I haven't gotten to see Mafia play. I wish I would have been able to see them play, so that way I'd have more of an idea of like how they're operating.
Right.
35B. This one will be way quicker.
So I think this is
Jesus.
I think
Lord
this is
Almighty.
more of a A champion will be crowned by 10-20. So I think this is more of a straightforward bracket. I have the 1 versus the 2.
HV versus ATA, right?
I have
ATA. So first bracket, what you got, man? You got Chaos over ABN.
Yeah, I mean we haven't.
ABN hasn't shown up.
We haven't seen them.
I mean,
last year they were in the championship, but this season we haven't seen them.
It'll be hilarious if they come out and like destroy everybody because they're actually a good team.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I'll have Chaos there as well. Do you have High Voltage or ATA?
I have High Voltage.
I have High Voltage as well. So we have a Chaos High Voltage ship with who?
Did they not play last week? I think they played last week.
High Voltage beat them.
Both times? Or did they play, or was it Core that they played twice?
Let's check the scoreboard. No, just one time. And no, actually Chaos beat High Voltage, which is who I was going to pick anyway.
Yeah, so give me Chaos also.
We have a Chaos champion.
Chaos B championship. That was pretty straightforward.
Yep. And now we go 35 plus A.
As some would call it, the main event.
The main event of the...
This is why we come to Supreme.
Yeah.
This is why we come to
Any
Supreme.
other reason is a lie.
Null and void.
Yep.
All right,
non-applicable.
So you have, for the right to play Blood Riders, you have...
for the opportunity to play the Blood Riders.
Outlaws versus Core.
This is going to be...
I'm going to give this to Core.
Great game.
Core.
You're giving it to Core?
Yeah, give me Core. I think they split on the season.
They have. That was what was in my head, too, is I'm pretty sure...
I think they split on the season for the amount of games that they've played. I think they split on the season.
Dude, man,
This is it's friendly. It's a very friendly game because it's people that have played with each other.
Who's quarterback? Doesn't Al quarterback for 35? No, doesn't he?
Al quarterbacks for the Outlaws. And then you have Q quarterbacks for Core.
Oh, Cortez.
Short Q, yeah. Yeah, Reese.
Oh, man, this is a tough one, dude. This one is freaking tough. Give me Outlaws, though.
Okay, so we'll split on that.
Oh, man, I don't feel good about that.
And then you have
I wouldn't have felt good either way.
The other 9 o'clock game, Dynasty versus Rubicons. I think we already know who I'm picking.
We know how this one's going.
So.
I love you, but I'm going Rubicons.
And
we got to get to the real main event, right? The game everyone's been waiting on.
I'm taking Dynasty.
Over Blood Riders?
Dynasty over Rubicons.
Oh, yeah, I know. I already wrote it down.
Oh, yeah, okay. Just as long as you know that.
So you have Core versus Blood Riders.
Blood Riders.
Yep. And then I got Blood regardless, so
right.
It just doesn't matter. I'll just put Blood Riders.
Okay.
Second round.
Do they get tested though?
I don't think so.
You don't think they do?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't honestly I think in 35
I think they get tested playing. I honestly think they get tested playing Core. I do. Cuz Core is a little bit more athletic than Outlaws.
Agreed. I think Blood Riders I think they'll struggle in 4-man a little more than like to be expected, right? It's playoffs, anything can happen. But as far as 35 and up goes, there hasn't even been a close game with anyone in Blood Riders, if I'm not mistaken, other than
Rubicon, yeah.
Than Rubicon. So it's just I just haven't seen it. So yeah, I just haven't seen it like that from anybody else to put a lot of tension on Blood Riders. Not to say it's not possible, but I'm just gonna believe in what I've seen.
Okay.
And then so then you have Blood Riders and Dynasty.
I have Dynasty taking it home. I'm gonna ride with them.
Hey, you got to. That's your sensei.
I'm gonna ride with them.
And then but in the case of a Blood versus Rube.
If Blood Riders plays Rubicons,
bro,
I do think
the park is shutting down. All games got to stop.
I'll tell you right now. If
All
they
games
play
gotta
each
stop.
other, if they end up playing each other, I do think Rubicons wins that game. Because the last game,
they didn't have J5.
Exactly.
That's the difference in the game.
That's a very big difference in that game. Very big.
I'm taking Blood Riders over Dynasty, but I'm taking Rubicons over Blood Rider. I have Rubicons going to the championship, so I have my bracket solidified as Rubicons going to win the championship.
Right.
Boy, we'll figure out how we want to count these, like, games that were like, oh, you guessed wrong.
Yeah,
whatever.
Of course.
For the sake of maybe championship games will be 2 points or something like that. And then we both have Rubicons. Bro, I don't care what happens. I just need the same kind of game we got last time out of Blood Riders and Rubicons. I don't care.
Think it will be. I really.
So you think it's going to be more than one score?
So I really think. So since we are giving score predictions, right? Dynasty plays Blood Riders. I think Dynasty wins at the end. That's what I'm gonna go with. It's not gonna be like anything runaway. I think Dynasty possibly has the ball last, and E finds a way to lead his team to go down the field and score.
I wrote one possession for you.
And or Dynasty has the ball and they're already up and they just have to get a first down run out.
Clock it.
Situation. I do think if Rubicons plays Blood Riders, Rubicons wins by maybe 2 touchdowns. Truthfully speaking.
You think Rubicons, I mean, they do have the chip on their shoulder.
I really think that may happen. That's how much of a difference I think J5 makes for Rubicons.
I can't refute that at all.
Cause I can't think back. I can't think back in the season.
Remember, you watched the video.
I can't think back in the season because they only played each other one time,
and they got stopped on the goal line.
Normally, majority of the 35 and up teams, they play each other sometimes twice. So we only seen this matchup one time.
And so they won't have time to adjust to
J5
if they don't catch on.
So with Rubicons, I don't know what games they didn't have J5 and what games they did have J5. But I'm almost sure the games they had J5 in, they were undefeated.
In the 3 games they lost, he probably wasn't there.
He probably wasn't there. Because that's a really big, for those who don't play on Tuesdays, right? Taylor's out there. That's obviously this same team, Rubicon's 35 and up team, plays on Tuesdays in CA's league. They look really good when J5's on the field. Because you pair him with Jamie, those are 2 big bodies.
And D. Davis.
They
got D.
I
Davis.
just thought about that.
Yeah. Got to think on that last play when he threw the jump ball to D. Davis. He could have had James Hunter at center or Nate Nate and just a dense body at center. Or no, Nate plays for core, sorry. But you know what I'm saying, get somebody dense at center, so I'd pick like James Hunter or something like that, right?
Yeah.
And then you have Jamie, D. Davis, J5. Like on the goal line, they got stopped on the goal line like 2 or 3 times in that game. Rubicons did.
Yeah, that changes the dynamic big time.
And Taylor was force feeding D. Davis because Jamie was getting the possessions and stuff like that, like the possession catches, and he was getting fed like in the intermediate stuff. But when it got to the red zone, it was D. Davis. Like that's who he was looking for. And then he threw a pick right before halftime trying to float one to D. Davis and all that. And I think agreed, if J5 is there, it just opens up
a lot more.
And he knows, the chemistry is just immaculate between those two. So it's, yeah. But once again, I think it's going to be a 1-possession game.
I think so.
I don't see it going.
Score calling it, I say Dynasty beats Blood Riders. Our favorite score 13-12. Right? Rubicons plays Blood Riders. I think they win, we'll say 27-14.
We literally swapped. I said I got Blood Riders beating Dynasty 27-13.
Okay.
And I have 19-18 Rubicons.
Over Blood Riders?
Over Blood. And you had you flip-flopped it. You had what, 13-12?
13-12. 13-12 Dynasty plays Blood Riders.
Okay, and then you have 2 scores against.
I have Rubicons beating Blood Riders if they play each other 27 or 26-14.
All right. And then we got a Rubicon champion.
Back to back.
That would be.
I don't know if Supreme can handle that. Another talking session with your boy.
I don't know, man. I don't feel good about 80% of the picks I just made.
That's crazy.
Because they're all such good games. So many variables. Like, this team shows up early. They're better in the early games.
Can we find the standings? Now that I think about
I got you.
I don't know if we can find the standings. Because I want to see what
I
want to see what these 5-man standings look like.
I want to say it's further up, but we'll just go down for. Oh yeah, promo. Brandon own it.
There it is.
This is 35 and up, so it's got to be further up then.
Maybe he didn't post it. Maybe he only posted it for the.
Oh, well, no. He update the standings every week.
He does, but I don't think he did for this one. I think he only did it for the teams that are playing playoffs.
Yeah, that would make sense.
So, big shout out at the end. We do want to give a credit to Mr. Joe Singleton.
Oh yeah,
he's your 35 or no, actually
he's the MVP of the season, ain't he? Or no, four-man MVP.
I don't know who 35 and up's MVP is. I don't think he posted it. He posted the All-Stars, though.
Why wouldn't it be Joe? Or HP? You know?
Or 𝙃𝘼𝙍𝙍.
Or like any three of those guys deserve it, in my opinion. I don't think it should be anyone from any other team. It's got to come from the undefeated team. We all know how it goes in NFL and anywhere else. You know what I'm saying? The guy on the undefeated team gets the awards.
The best looks.
Yep, gets the best awards. And like I was saying earlier, until proven otherwise, I'm not even looking anymore. Until proven otherwise, yeah, these were the players of the week. Shouts out, the All-Stars or these players of the week.
These are players of the week.
Shouts out Dolly doing her thing in 4-on-4. Y'all know. That's scoreboard. I don't think he posted the standings.
So the standings might be a little bit further down, but
I'm not scrolling all that
previously, but
yeah.
But yeah, so very interesting week. It's some very powerful games.
I don't like it. I'm uncomfortable.
Hey man,
we had a lot of discrepancies. 35 and up, we didn't agree on a single game. 35 and up A.
Did we?
We disagreed on every game, except for Blood winning the second round and then a championship.
Man, this is going to be this week's going to be fun.
I mean, and then look at 4-man. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 discrepancies there.
4-man B, I think we pretty much agreed on.
We agreed on 4-man B. 1 discrepancy in 5-man. 1 discrepancy in co-ed. 1 discrepancy in women. So we're like around 10. It's 10, like about 10 opportunities. Once again.
Yeah.
For me to take the lead.
I don't know about all that.
But
the season's
that's a pod, huh?
It is. It's definitely a pod.
No, 41 minutes, 42 minutes. Solid. Appreciate y'all watching, listening.
So we will have a bracket challenge. I'll draw it up, put it up, all of that jazz.
We'll figure it out.
We'll figure out the details. So, yeah.
Appreciate y'all.
Yep.
See y'all next week. Laters.